Good afternoon, class. Today we'll be looking at forecasting. The topic is trend projection. The question we will be looking at comes from January exam 2007, and it reads as follows. It is question number 6B. The number of new applications to a private country club over the last 10 years is as follows: 185, 190, 175, 169, 177, 159, 165, 155, 163, 145. Develop a trend equation for this information and use it to predict next year's number of new applications. Now, in order to deal with this question, we have to set up a table. The table is as follows. We set up year, applications. Now year is symbolized by T. Applications will be YT. So the first year would have been 185. So there are 10 years. So in the first column we have year T. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Then in applications now would be the 185, the 190, 175. So what this means is that in year 3 the number of applications was 175. So we build the table year and applications. Now two other columns that need to be added is called TYT and T squared. Now you set up the information based on what you have first. So we know the number of years and we know the applications per year. So we set up the table first: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we have the applications for those 10 years: 185, 190, 175, 169, 177, 159, 165, 155, 163, 145. Now that's the information given. The two new columns are TYT and T squared. Now to get TYT, we multiply 1 by 185 and we get 185. For the second column, for the second row, it would be 2 multiplied by 190 and that gives you 380. That is how you calculate the TYT column. So for the third row is 3 multiplied by 175 is 525. For the fourth row is 4 multiplied by 169 is 676. We do that for each year, and as you see in the diagram, all the figures have been put into. Now T squared is the time or the year squared. T squared for the first row for year 1 is 1 squared is 1 by 1, which is 1. Second row, which is year 2, 2 by 2 is 4. For the third row, it is 3 squared. Now 3 squared is 3 by 3 and you get 9. So when you look at the column T squared, you get for the first row 1, 4, 9. Now you see 16 there. Now 16 is 4 squared. 4 squared is 4 by 4. Now you do that for all 10 rows. So the most important thing in this question is to set up this table. You set up year, you set up the applications, which is the information given, then you set up these new two columns, TYT and T squared. Very important that you memorize what these two additional columns are. After you have calculated all the information inside of the table, we have to add each column up. Now this thing that looks like an E, that is sigma. So under the year T, you see sigma T, which looks like an E, but it's actually sigma T. Now that is calculated by adding 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. When you add that whole column up, you get 55. Now, sigma YT. Sigma YT also is calculated the same way. We add up the total number of applications. So that's 185 plus 190 plus 175 plus 169 plus 175 plus 159 plus 165 plus 155 plus 163 plus 145. Now when we add that up, you get 1683. So sigma YT is 1683. Now we have to add up also the column sigma TYT and sigma T squared. Now that we have this information, now we go to the second part.